You know, I think much in the way that we're re-examining how we've done things in the past regarding gender equity and racial equity, I think we need to apply the same questions and the same sensitivity to breast cancer awareness. First of all, I think breast cancer awareness is antiquated at this point. I can see how in the 80s, when people weren't really talking about it and we needed to get the message out about doing self-exams and just trying to take the shame out of cancer and this body part that we're taught to cover up, I think it served a purpose at a certain time. And then I think it just became something else. I think we're all plenty aware of breast cancer and that we don't need to be using our energies that way anymore. I think now it's time to redirect our energies into immunotherapies and research on genetic cancers and use those monies for all cancers, not just breast cancer. And I mean, certainly all the Save the Boobies, Save the Tatas, I Heart Boobies, all that is completely inappropriate. In the town where I grew up, or not where I grew up, but where I work, there's this open air market. And the first year I moved here, I went in during October and saw the gigantic, I mean gigantic, bra chandelier. And I didn't really respond to it. It's sort of like, whatever, that's not my thing, but whatever. They did have free breast cancer screenings there, and I inquired about that. My new insurance hadn't quite kicked in, and they had something for people who didn't have insurance, but I was just waiting for an insurance card, so I was kind of in that no man's land. So I didn't get that mammogram. I was 47 at that time, and I thought, well, the new recommendations are that I don't need it till I'm 50. I eat all my fruits and vegetables. It's not in my family. At least that's what I thought. Turns out it wasn't my family. There were just a lot of men in my family, so I didn't know. But yeah, it didn't really offend me. And then the next year, as I stood under that same bra chandelier without my breasts, I was so deeply insulted and enraged. I felt like, so what the bra chandelier was is people contributed bras to put on this, and they might decorate the bra just to make it pretty, or they might decorate it in a way that paid homage to a woman in their life, maybe that they lost or that they knew. And I had several thoughts on that. First of all, if anybody were to ever memorialize me with a bra, like, I would come back and haunt them, because I am so much more than my boobs. I mean, oh yeah, I don't need to go there. And I felt insulted because I felt like, what is this bra chandelier? Is it, it felt like a big memorial to boobs. Just, it's all about the boobs, huh? Here's an idea. How about we memorialize the women? I know, it's a radical notion that who we are as women might be more important than our boobs, but I was just really enraged, because breast cancer is about people. It's not just about boobs. And if you really want to do effective breast cancer awareness, how about this? 5% of breast cancer happens in men. But do we hear about that? No. So I think your breast cancer awareness has been a little misguided. You know, one of my friends works in the medical field, and she organizes this event to raise money for women with breast cancer, to help with mammograms and help with support. So if you need to have transportation to the hospital, you can have that. If you need motels, a motel room before treatment, you can have that. Like, whatever is needed. If you need to fly a family member home to take care of you, you can have that. So it's a great cause. And the way that she does this, it's an event that's been in her community before she came on board, but it's called Dudes and Bras. And volunteers make bras for these men, these male models, and they strut down the runway and model their bra. And I guess I just really cringe at all of these things to make breast cancer sexy or funny, because it's not sexy and it's not funny. There's not anything funny about it. Nothing funny about it. So like if you're on your walk for life and you know you're wearing your bras on the outside of your clothes and you got your feather boa, I don't know, I just don't relate to that, because to me breast cancer was not some big party. And maybe the walk for life is something completely different to some people. Maybe it really is a celebration of still being alive. Okay, but I don't know. I guess this thing in our culture where it's all about the boobs all the time just makes me kind of weary. So this October, I don't know, if you feel moved to do something, maybe raise some money for genetic cancers and immunotherapy research, the next step in cancer innovations, or maybe put the word out about men and breast cancer. But I think it's time to let Breast Cancer Awareness Month go. I don't think it's needed anymore. But that's just me.